Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello everyone. My name is Robin J. Emden and I'm an accountability coach and the author of Get Resultsology, The Science of Getting Stuff Done. I work with people who run their own business. No boss, distractions everywhere, and never enough hours in the day. Together we cut through the noise, sharpen their focus, and follow through on the big ideas that actually move the needle. That's what I call the momentum formula. Do it today, profit tomorrow, and repeat. So if that sounds like the kind of breakthrough that you've been looking for, then you're in exactly the right place. And speaking of being in exactly the right place, I am delighted to welcome our guest expert today, Ronnie Loaiza. Ronnie began her career as a journalist covering major global events before moving into habit-based life coaching. A certified habit coach and master certified professional life coach, Ronnie now helps people strengthen confidence, shift limiting mindsets, and build sustainable habits that support their healthier lives, better work, and more fulfilling relationships. Ronnie, welcome to Goalbusters.
Well, thank you. I feel welcomed, and I'm really happy to be here with your audience and you.
You're very welcome. And I know that we've talked about this beforehand. You're in Los Angeles, but what time of day is it for you?
Oh, let me look. It is 10:20 in the morning Pacific time.
Oh, fabulous. That's my favorite time of the day. Second coffee time. It's the early evening for me here in England, and I can't have any more coffee, so I'm quite envious. Anyway, that's me waffling on. Shall we do the questions instead?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, let's get the clock up on the screen. And there it goes. Ronnie, could you tell me, please, who is your ideal client?
Anyone, which is probably everyone, who has a goal in their mind. It could be a fitness goal, working out consistently, or an eating goal, like not overeating or eating the right thing, going for that apple instead of that candy bar, or a self-care goal, or it could be a professional goal. Really, how do I get to that next level? Or I want to grow in my job, or I want to transition in my career. It could be in your life. Like, okay, I just went through a divorce and the kids are out and I want to do something new, or I'm going through changes. How do I transition in my life? So it's really anyone who has a goal and they don't know where to start because everything is important. So it's hard to prioritize, or you start and you have every intention of going through it and then it just fizzles. That plan, that program that you paid for, or that detox or that diet or whatever. I help people make things a lifestyle, as we have heard, not just a one-time, one-off goal, and then you quit that goal. You get there and you stay there.
Fantastic. And well, that was a very comprehensive answer, and you've partially answered the second question, but I do believe you probably solve more than one problem. So can you give me a better idea of some of the other problems that you solve for your clients?
Well, I started off as a fitness coach because I am a certified personal trainer and I knew a lot about nutrition and working out and all that. And people wanted to start wanting accountability, right? Or just a lot of planning and updates, not just the workout itself. But I have since evolved when I became a life coach and I had to go through all the training and the education and the practice and the auditing and all that. I became a professional coach because every aspect of your life really affects the other. I mean, your workouts affect your sex life, affect your career, affect your family. Every little aspect of your life somehow, even a little bit or a lot, affects the other aspect of your life. But mostly I've been working with people twofold, either in their self-care, fitness, and eating, which always impacts their work and their productivity, or transitions, whether it's a career transition or a life transition.
Fantastic. Again, a wonderfully comprehensive answer. I don't think anyone can be in any doubt of the kind of services you offer there. But what is one valuable free action that the audience can implement that will help them to go some way towards solving these problems for themselves?
Well, the thing is, if they're listening to this, they want a little accountability and momentum. So think of one tiny action. I mean, the tiniest, most doable action that even when you least feel like it, and especially when you least feel like it or don't want to do, you will do. Whatever makes it that, whether it's time constraint or you don't feel like it, whatever it is, one tiny action that with repetition, 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 repetition times 1,000 will form into a habit because your habit, you don't think about it anymore. It's part of your subconscious. It's just part of who you are and what you consistently do without thinking about it. So think of a tiny action. Don't go for the big habit yet. Don't go for that big action or that big routine. Think of a tiny action and then
Yeah,
get some help in keeping you celebrating your accountability and celebrate it every time you do it.
fantastic. I love it. I love that answer. Thank you so much. So now that we have a little bit of a better understanding of what you do, I say a little bit because it's not, we don't give you much time. So it's not fair to say that we know everything about what you do. Let's dive briefly into goal busting, which is what you've been talking about really, which is focusing on how to maximize productive time to achieve your business goals. And because I'm greedy, I'm going to ask you, Ronnie, could you share any more tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits?
Yeah, look at what is challenging you. What is your struggle with it? What is your resistance to doing something that will keep up your momentum? Because if you do one tiny action toward it, it at least puts you on the right track. Yay. And at the very best, which always happens, it'll keep you on track. It's your momentum. So if you want to form a work habit, what is it that's impeding on your work? It could be your self-care. It could be your eating and your fitness and all of that. Or it could be literally FOMO or wasting time on other things or procrastination. That's a whole nother subject. But first work on why you're resisting it. What void are you filling? What are you dreading? Get through that, admit it, and do the thing anyway. Don't use the word but. Kick out the word but out of your vocabulary. I hate doing this, and I'm doing it anyway. I dread this, and I'm making that phone call. I really, oh my gosh, I'm so trepidatious about this, and I'm doing it anyway. Incorporate the word and because your brain believes it and it knows you're not lying and you're doing it and you'll feel better and you'll increase the attitude. You increase the good attitude with that.
Yes, absolutely. Get off your butt, as they say. Absolutely. All right. I love it. Thank you so much. Completely agree with you. Obviously, that makes perfect sense. So one final question, Ronnie, which is what should I have asked you today that you didn't? And your answer, please.
Um, Ask me why I love doing what I do.
Okay. Why do you love doing what you do?
Because when people go beyond the aha moments and they actually see the results of their actions and they're celebrating it and putting it into place and they start seeing the tangible results, that's fulfilling. It is so fulfilling. It's not just to show, yeah, I'm good at this. It's that feeling in my chest of, wow, this really is my purpose. And I'm not woo-woo. I'm a pragmatic wooist, if you will. I'm very pragmatic. But when you see results, I love it.
Okay, that's excellent. Thank you so much. And look at that. We've done it with a little bit of time to spare, but I think I've really got a very good sense. I think our listeners have too of exactly what you do. I think you've made your point and you made your point brilliantly. So I thank you very much for that and for doing it well within
Yeah.
our time. So I'll stop the clock because it's pointless carrying on with that. And it just annoys me when it carries on.
I feel like I've been
So
on a game show.
yeah, well, and the prize is, I don't know, I've got nothing. Right. So
A good time.
I do have one more question, which I warned you about, and our listeners are aware will be coming up, which is a very fair question and a very necessary question. It's a two-parter. How can people reach you? And also the second part of the question is, I always say being British that this is a bit cheeky, this question, but it isn't really. I'm going to ask you if you have a valuable free resource that they can get from you as well. And I always say this because sometimes people aren't quite ready to make the sometimes quite scary step of getting in touch with somebody. Good heavens,
Yeah.
but once they know more about your offer, having perhaps acclimatized and got to know that better through your valuable free resource, then it feels more natural to get in touch.
Well, first of all, I'm always on LinkedIn. I post on there about workshops I'm having, complimentary workshops, or just other things that'll give you tips and insights, and look into my personality. So you'll start feeling like, well, okay, I kind of know who she is. So yeah, look for me, Ronnie Loaiza, on LinkedIn. Follow me, DM me, whatever you want. Let's get in touch. I'm also on Facebook, and yeah, I'm on Instagram, but that's more for fun. I honestly, this is not a joke. I love cat videos, so I love going on Instagram for that. But I am on there, and I'll post occasionally, but you can DM me. But mostly LinkedIn and Facebook, and my website, which will be in the show notes. See what I do. There are many testimonials, and there are many videos in there. So you can listen and get a lot of valuable content in there. My gift to you is What's My Habit coaching session. A really powerful, you will work, I will work, we'll work together to understand, well, really, what do you mean by habits? Because people don't come to me thinking, I need a new habit, or I want to create a habit. They come to me with a specific goal, a challenge, a problem. And then we see, okay, we work through that, and we see what actions can you take, and the habit is in the action. So let's look at what do habits have to do with it? Like Tina Turner, what's love got to do with it? Well, what's habit got to do with it? Everything. So you get a What's My Habit coaching session where we figure that out, and it's a great launch. It's a great start for you.
Wow, that's a very generous offer. Thank you so much, Ronnie, and thank you for telling us about it today on our podcast. That's amazing.
Yay!
All right, so
You're
that
welcome.
has been genuinely absolutely brilliant. So many great tips there. So many of them resonate for me, and I'm sure they will resonate for our listeners and viewers too. Ronnie Loaiza, thank you so much for being on Goalbusters today.
It's been so much fun, and thank you, and thank your audience for listening, and I hope to get in touch with them.
You're very welcome. And remember, everybody, keep goal busting and make your future self proud. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favourite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination, and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.